when I got asked to do this event, it was just an amazing thing. And it is a really important opportunity for us in terms of some of the links that we want to make. It's 150 years since the Red Cross was founded, it's 100 years since the First World War, and 100 years since this amazing football match between the Germans and the British across the front line on Christmas Day. And when someone suggested actually, we could actually do a record all together now, under the Peace Collective with all these great artists, it's a huge opportunity to celebrate the contribution of the Red Cross during the First World War. More than 90,000 volunteers providing nursing support, first aid, and tracing and welfare support. And now those skills are just as important to us. It's really important, and the link with football is just fantastic for us. We're looking for links with the Premier League anyway at the moment, and the wonderful idea that under 12s from Premier League clubs and from the Bundesliga are actually going to sing the backing vocals is, again, just amazing. So this really, really works for the Red Cross. And I can't tell you how grateful we are for those of you who really put it together. So thanks so much indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Hi, yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Very well. Hi, I'm Simon Britton, I'm producer on the project, and I'm totally honoured to be working on this project. It really is a labour of love for me. In fact, it's not a labour. It is stressful, but getting everyone together. But I want to thank so many people who've shown their support, who've come on board on this record, and hopefully we'll get a few more. Everyone knows the great work that the Red Cross do across the world. So as I say, it's an absolute honour for me, so thank you very much.
Right, my name is Peter Hooton. I'm the songwriter of All Together Now with Steve Grimes at the back there, hiding. We wrote this song 20 odd years ago, and the song is very important to us because it's a symbolic song. It's, at the end of the day, it's a peace song. It's about how two opposing sides came together on Christmas Day in 1914 and realised they had a lot in common with each other. And the idea behind the song was it was an anti-war song, of course, but it was also in the height of the First World War and the horrors, the barbarity of the First World War. There was this single act of humanity. I think it shines like a beacon to humanity in terms of what can be achieved. Now, it never happened again. It was 1914, and it was a spontaneous thing because I think a few weeks before the Pope had requested a peace, a truce at Christmas, and it had been rejected by the hierarchies of all the armies. So the troops took it on themselves spontaneously to go into no man's land. And in some cases it was to recover the dead, to bury the dead. In other cases, there was, on Christmas Eve, the Germans started singing Silent Night, and the British troops responded with Christmas carols. And then on Christmas morning, there was requests to, if you don't fire today, we won't fire today. If you cut, and people actually started getting out of the trenches. So it was actually a spontaneous event. It wasn't planned. Never happened again, I don't think, on any scale like that ever again, because it was after that was a court-martial offence to fraternise with the enemy. So truces had happened in the past in wars, but I think symbolically, the fact that this was a photograph war as well, you've got many photographs of the troops in no man's land, either exchanging gifts or shaking hands. And I think for the Premier League and the football authorities and for the Red Cross and the Shorncliffe Trust, for me it's very important because it's telling the story again to a new generation. And when the Premier League came to us and said they wanted to get their kids involved from the academies, because we've got to realise that only a very small percentage of these under-12s ever make it as Premier League stars. So what they wanted to engage the kids with was education through history, and what a symbolic thing to do if you're going to talk about football and the truce on Christmas Day, and it can engage children, engage youngsters. I think that's the important thing. So we were actually going to re-release All Together Now, re-promote it anyway, as The Farm, because it was the 100th anniversary. But when this opportunity came along, we thought, let's turn it out to something bigger. Let's turn it into a peace collective. Let's get other artists involved, and let's help the Red Cross, which is a fantastic organisation, help them around the world. And we needed a humanitarian organisation. And also the educational aspect. is the Shorncliffe Trust, which through education will help generations to come understand about the horrors of war really, and what the First World War was about. Thanks very much.